Scott, let's come back to Cleveland State and a couple of things to talk about here. First of all, the Victory Lap program and a ton of academic success with the athletes. We talked about the men's basketball team and how many players were on the dean's list, which has been wonderful. But this Victory Lap program, Scott, what is it and what makes it unique?
Yeah, so you might recall back in the spring, as those sports were canceled, men's and women's golf, men's and women's tennis, track and field, softball, lacrosse, we had around 25 seniors that cancellation resulted in their missing their senior season. So 14 of those seniors, as we worked through, who might want to come back and try again, 14 of those 25 will enroll in 2020-21. They'll enroll in either a certificate program or a second undergraduate major, or many of them will begin graduate school in one of our colleges, and they'll give their final season a shot, but also continue their academic journey here at Cleveland State. So we're fortunate to be able to provide an opportunity to do that. The investment we calculate to be around $175,000 to provide the aid to that group of 14. We're fortunate to work with the CSU Foundation and identify some endowment reserves that were specified for athletics. And we've also had some folks step up to assist with funding those scholarships. And so certainly fans can go to csuvictorylap.com for more information on that. And it will take contributions to help those efforts to provide this last chance for students to compete and also to continue their academic journeys.
And you're going to have a graduate assistant position in the athletic department as well, correct?
That's right. So most graduate programs, somebody's entering a graduate program, it takes 2 academic years to finish through that program. And so rather than those students be on the hook for that second year, we've committed that anybody that enrolls in graduate school, finishes out their final season, that second year of graduate school, we will continue to fund, and then they'll work in some administrative role in the department, whether that's in marketing and sponsorships or tickets, or our student services side and academics or compliance. We'll find a role that fits sort of what they're looking to do from a career perspective. It might be a couple of different areas, but that doesn't that allows them to make a commitment to grad school and not feel like they're on the hook financially for that second year.
So with that, as you mentioned, the number $175,000 funding this, there's other expenditures the athletic department has, and you always want to grow CSU athletics as well. The Viking Fund for this campaign coming up, 2020, 2021, there's a lot of places that money could be spent well, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt. We launched the Viking Fund, which was really our first attempt, I think, at CSU in a long time at developing funds that are unrestricted, that give us the latitude to invest across the broad spectrum of our programs, not specifically to individual sports. I would call our first year a success. We had over 100 members. We generated nearly $100,000 in support. And that is an area that we really, moving forward, will continue to need to grow. And our campaign for this year, 2020-21, most of the materials will be sent out to folks in August. So we're looking forward to the renewal of those 100+ members, and then growing that moving forward. That fund will continue to assist our efforts, Al, in providing financial aid and all of the student athlete services that we provide, whether that's travel for competition, equipment, nutrition, academic services. Any dollars that we grow into that Viking Fund are really important for us to delivering on that transformational experience and remaining competitive at our level in Division I athletics.
Yeah, and I can say too, from being at that pregame meal that's there and just visiting with people, it's a great way to have some fellowship too with other CSU Viking fans and alumni, and really a great way to give back. So again, it's CSUVikings.com. And Scott, if they want to contact you directly about it, they could do that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of our development team, myself, Bob Heller, Brandon Longmire, Tyler Jones, or the folks over in the foundation, and Julie Ream's team can certainly help make one of those commitments possible and get them to the right place in our athletics program to help both from whatever the donor is passionate about, but also the needs that we have in our individual sport programs. And those memberships do come with some benefits, including the hospitality that you mentioned. I would just remind folks that, regardless of whether we deliver a basketball season that looks the same as it has traditionally. It'll probably look a little bit different, and we'll know more about that in the coming weeks and months. But regardless, if that opportunity isn't there, we'll find ways to recover benefits or offer benefits that make up for anything that maybe looks a little different in the future. Ultimately, we want that to be a philanthropic gift that donors are providing because they're passionate about our mission of providing that student-athlete experience, not just for the benefits they receive, but it allows for engagement with our coaches and student-athletes and staff along the way, which we're excited about.
Absolutely. And Cleveland State is really delivering CSU athletics on its mission too. It's, you get some great athletic competition at the Division I level, and the kids are doing great in the classroom. Some of the numbers here: for the first time in school history in the spring semester, all 18 of Cleveland State's varsity programs posted a GPA of 3.0 or higher. I mean, that's incredible to have that sort of thing happen. Set a new school record for term GPA 3.66, which is, I mean, that's outstanding. I mean, so we're turning out some pretty smart kids here, and some kids that are not only committed on the athletic field, but also committed in the classroom.
Yeah, we thought we were doing pretty good when we set the record in the fall with like a 3.3 or so, and then to really shatter it in the spring with a 3.66. Obviously, with an adjustment from spring break forward to fully remote learning over the last 4 weeks or so of the semester, for our student athletes to remain focused and committed and finish out the semester the right way. We also had men's tennis and women's soccer, which were honored for the top male and female team GPAs in our department through the Horizon League Raise Your Sights Award, which is given annually to the top teams in each athletics department. And then 105 of our students last week were named to the Horizon League Spring Honor Roll. And so we're doing all the right things from an academic perspective. We're excited about the trajectory there. They are definitely students first and athletes second. And I think that all of those statistics go to show that our student athletes take that commitment very seriously and have the full support of our coaches and our support staff in that effort.
Now, 105 Cleveland State University student athletes named to the Horizon League Spring Honor Roll too, which is also an incredible number when you think about it. So Cleveland State has done a wonderful job with that.